Hey, what's up grinders? I am Zard and this is Gems of 4. Today we're gonna take a look at the Blue Tower of Doom teams for the later floors. Yesterday we took a look at the speed teams that get the job done nice and fast in the early floors, but stop working effectively in the later floors. So let's get into action and start with basics. Here is pretty basic team that will be suitable to beginners, mid-level players or even high-end players. I'm using pretty much this kind of team for my low-level account, and I've climbed up to the floor 22, I think. Forest Troll doubles the number of green gems on the board and then creates 3 green gems. This troop is very nice to use up top because it inflicts entangle when doing skull damage. So if the board is full of skulls, you can just do a skull poke and this Mortanis will be entangled. Of course, if the top troop is impervious or just have immunity to the entangle, then it obviously won't work. However, we are using Elementalist to be able to stun, freeze, burn and entangle those enemies. The stun helps against those that have immunity to the entangle. Of course, it won't help against impervious troops, but then you can just slap your hero up top and use Forest Troll here in the bottom, if it looks like that. We're using double Beatrix, true scatter damage and creates green gems for herself and brown gems to Forest Troll. So basic idea is very simple, we loop with bees, and even if we lose our turn, the enemy should be frozen and we can double up the remaining green gems with Forest Troll and get back to the looping. Let's try this team in practice here against these undeads. Hoping for great explosions. Nope, didn't happen. There's pretty nice amount of green gems, so we could just go and take brown and get our troll up. 10, not good amount. I would prefer 12 or more, so I think we are going to proceed by picking those green gems. Now we could just go and try how B loops. Not very well, but got herself up. Let's try again. No, not doing great. Let's double up those greens now. 40 is great amount. Should grant an extra turn, it does. And let's keep spamming our bees. Now if you find a skull poke or even a skull extra turn, you could take that to help protect your Forest Troll. But a bee loop works just fine as well. There, that's the first team. Now I would probably, out of all these teams that I'm going to show you, I would recommend to use this one. It's very effective, it's pretty safe, and it gets the job done even for a low-level player like myself in the other account. I really don't have any good global stats, but it still gets the job done. Let's see. Fighting against these bad boys and girls, I think we could try this kind of team, a blue Shahbanu team. This is pretty effective team as long as the enemy doesn't have any freeze mechanics applied. If the enemy manages to freeze one of your troops, the whole process will very much stop working. Also, this is invulnerable to death mark that can happen against the boss rooms, so I would maybe not use this team in the boss room, especially if they have the freeze. We're using Dwarven Gate up top. He gains armor and all other allies gain barrier and 5 mana, and also has the stone skin trait that reduces damage from skulls by 50%. Shahbanu Vespera here gives, in my case, 22 amount to a random skill on an ally. You can pick the ally who gets that amount, and then she creates 9 gems of their mana color. And then she will repeat that 2 more times for random allies. So first of all, you can pick the first ally who gets the stat buff and which color she will create. So for example, if we now pick this Dwarven Gate here, we can be sure that Shahbanu creates 9 blue gems. This team is almost full blue team with mono blue troops to increase the chances of those blue gems on the board. That's pretty important with Shahbanu. If you are going to slot some other colors here, we can't make sure that we are going to loop with Shahbanu. Because even with this team, Shahbanu sometimes fails with the loop. Here is Treachery, one of the guardians, a Naga guardian, who deals magic plus 3 damage to an enemy and a random enemy, which is boosted by poisoned enemies. We don't have any poison mechanism applied here. And if the enemy uses blue mana, he deals double damage. Pretty nice against blue enemies. Also has the Stone Skin trait that won't help over here though, but has that third trait, Gift of Treachery, that gives 4 to all skills on all Naga allies when matching 4 or more gems. So every time we get extra turn, this Treachery will buff up 1 to all stats. And also Shahbanu will eventually buff up these troops magic amount as well, and we will be dealing a lot more damage than this 50 over here. Shahbanu, when you loop with this, increases your survivability with the HP buffs. Dwarven Gate can get lots of armor. Even this new weapon can be cast, it gives armor to your blue allies. But the main point is to loop with Shahbanu and get your either Dwarven Gate's attack up or Treachery's magic up. Very slow team, but pretty effective, again, as long as the enemy doesn't have freeze mechanic. Let's try this team in practice. Also pretty slow to get going, but hopefully the starting explosion helps and the enchant absolutely will help us. Lots of extra turns which will be of course exploded. We are using, by the way, Elementalis to increase the survivability and to be able to freeze the enemies so they don't benefit if we fail with the loop. Now we can start our Shahbanu cast, and I'm just going to start with Dwarven Gate, maybe get some attack up. We start with 76 now, 84 after that skull. Loop with blues, keep spamming your Shahbanu, 104, 120, and our Dwarven Gate has 196 attack at this point. Let's keep going, hopefully we match some random skulls like that one over there. 132, I think we're going to start casting on our Treachery, maybe get that, maybe get that magic up a little bit faster. 173, what did I do? Oh, I accidentally cast Treachery. That's no biggie, that's what we are going to do after all. 177, we could get rid of you. Okay, first fail. I think we take this and get back to the looping process. Slow but effective. 197. I think I'm going to do that to get rid of the glitter glow at the bottom. One more. There. Right. Pretty nice team. Okay, let's move on. I think I wanna show this one now. So this is what Salvatore came up yesterday with his final build, using the trash weapon up top for some protection. Actually, I think he had it this way, maybe this way. But I'm going to slot Heirloom up top for some protection. I quite like it that way. 50% start, the Sycorax, already make it pretty easy to just pick green or brown gems, and we can start with the looping process. And we are basically trying to loop with blue gems to feed Tesla, who needs about 2 or 3 casts in these later levels, depending on your global stats and the enemy HP as well. Very simple build, loop with Sycorax, deal AoE damage with Tesla. Sometimes you come up against Submerge. That is why we are using Death Knight class. First of all, it starts with barrier at the start of the battle, and it also has this Ice Storm, Icy Wheel talent. Here is the important part, the banishment talent at level 70. It dispels all enemies on 4 or 5 gem matches, and also it has this Lord of Storm final talent that all elementals gain 1 magic when an ally casts a spell. This means that every time you cast a troop, your Sycorax is going to get more magic, so the next Sycorax cast is going to give you more life to your troops. But the banishment is really important in some rooms. Every extra turn and they are going to get dispelled by the Submerge, and we can do that damage with Tesla. Let's try this team against here. I think Gorilla Golem will submerge enemies. Yes. Maybe you. Okay, anyway, here we go. Hoping for good explosion again. The board is not very good, but it has some greens at least. And well, our Sycorax is up. 13 greens, so that's what I'm going to do now. Maybe get some more blue gems on the board. That didn't go as planned. Let's take that. Okay, 15 green gems. This is, excuse me, blue gems. This is brilliant. Let's go with the loops. I think there's no extra turn, so we can do our first Tesla cast. Yep. Again, loop with blue gems. Extra turns, there's 1. Let's take that. We don't want to get that or give that to the golem. There, that stupid Mosasaurus is still alive, but not very long. There's also a lifesteal talent with Death Knight. This was haste scroll. Let me just write that up. Right, and here is a nasty team. These are immune to Devour, except Sea-Troll here. Merlion is impervious, cannot be devoured. Leviathan has immunity to Devour as well. It also has a Submerge. So again, the banishment would be great against Submerge, but let's try a little bit different team here. An Iron God team. But they can't be devoured! What are you doing? Well, here's the thing. Vash curses a random enemy when matching brown gems. Sycorax, well, we talked about him or her, I'm not sure, just a minute ago. We're going to loop with blue or brown or green gems. Feed our Iron God. And the idea is to eat these troops and then deal final damage with Vash by eating our high HP Iron God. Vash devours an ally and then summon a demon if the ally is devoured, and then it deals a true scatter damage that is boosted by the current life. So if I eat couple of these troops, my Iron God is gonna have a lot of HP, which means that the true scatter damage is going to be pretty heavy as well. This team works quite well in the Doom rooms, where the Doom cannot be devoured because they are invulnerable. You can't curse them, you can't devour them either. So when we eat the rest of the troops, we can deal the final scatter damage to the Doom with Vash by eating our Iron God. But let's try this team here against these troops. One thing, by the way, Elementalist of course adds protection, but I think we are going to swap class here. I kinda hate it when I'm going to entangle everyone and Iron God isn't going to get any attack. So we get rid of the root trap and to entangle Rock Solid, Storm Aura, Thunder Fist and 50% start to our hero. This speeds up to get our Sycorax up, and we won't have to worry that everyone is entangled and I can't get the Devour, because my Iron God starts with just 65 attack. Maybe we are going to go and change our medals to season medals to a little bit increase that Devour chance. So again, if you aren't familiar with Iron God, this troops deals magic plus 4 damage to an enemy with the chance to devour them equal to my attack, and then gains an extra turn because he is goblin. Interesting that the attack doesn't change even I changed my medals. Well, I think it changes when I enter the battle. Try to get Sycorax up, loop and try to get your troops up, curse them, eat them and deal that final blow with scatter damage if it is needed. Wow, that was very bad. Very bad starting explosion. Let's take that brown to get barrier. More brown to get barrier. Get that extra turn. Okay. Now, if you can see, this is cursed. And Leviathan over here is also cursed. It is immune to Devour. But because he is cursed, we can go and try to Devour. 85% chance. Hopefully this works. Thank you, game. Let's take those extra turns. We could try to loop, but not very good situation with the colors on the board. How about now 30? Let's take chance with blue gems. Yep, works well. Nope, that's not good. I'm letting them to skull poke me because I'm parried, so let's take that brown. Now, I think you aren't cursed, yep, but you are. Yes, so we can eat that golem who is also immune to Devour, but not anymore. Okay, I think we have to... I think I just take this skull poke, I'm gonna get extra turn over here because of that Hourglass gem. So my Iron God has 856 life, and those have about shy of 700. So this, even if I ate my Iron God, that wouldn't be enough for the wipe. So let's try what happens if I double up brown gems. Didn't help much. Let's take that. Okay, 14. That's nice. Iron God is up. We can now go and eat you, and then we deal that heavy scatter damage by eating our Iron God. You're gone as well. There. Armor. Okay. Maybe we use this same team, or do I have anything else? I think I've gone through everything. Yeah. It's pretty good to show how this team works here in the boss room. Although it was pretty nicely demonstrated that curse and devour in the previous room too. Okay, let's take that extra turn over there. More of them. Yeah. Let's take that. We get our Sycorax up any minute. I'm gonna take that and hope for more. Why did you take my browns? That's rude. Can I get mana to my Iron God? Not very good, that board. Let's take that. Okay. I think I'm gonna try my chances. 85% eating Raven. Yes, worked very nice. Then we take that skull. The board is not very nice. So gotta get those skulls because I can't get any barrier either. But I'm not really that fast if I lose my hero. Wow, I would really like a better board though. Well, let's just keep going like this. Let's try with blues. The enemy doesn't use blue gems, so we can give some extra turns then if we fail with cost. We got our extra turn, but that wasn't enough, so let's take that. Okay, green, brown. No, we have to take this. Oh, bollocks. 30. Okay, keep your turn, Sycorax, please. We can't fail too much. Okay. Oh, impervious. Awesome. Okay, we eat you then. I think we have to keep looping because my Sycorax doesn't have very much HP. So now if I take this brown gem, hopefully I'm going to curse that pride over there. We failed, of course. It tried to inflict the curse on the Doom Troop. Let's loop. Nope. Okay, this is what we are going to do. I'm going to cast my Vash, but I'm going to cast it on myself. Because Vash is impervious as well, so he cannot be devoured. He can't devour himself nor Sycorax here. So let's cast Vash here to deal some true damage. 10, that's not very good. Let's take those blue gems. Do that skull poke. Maybe we get the curse with this. Incredible. Still not cursed. Well, this is getting a little bit annoying. Thanks for the extra turn. Can we take skull poke? We can. We can't loop with gems either. 106. I think I'm going to risk it because this should be enough when I'm now eating my iron gut. That true scatter damage should be enough against these two. Oh crap, it wasn't. Okay. Well, you live and learn. Should always eat all 3 troops before dealing that scatter damage. No biggie. Just gotta get our Vash up one more time. 10 brown gems. No, I don't like that. Is this our only turn? No, we can take that. Some skull pokes. So we ended up sweating after all. 10. Oh my. Oh my. Everything is skull. If I take this, that's skull. If I take this, that's skull. But I guess I have to just. Okay, browns. Okay, now we go. Yeah, finally. Woo! Pretty shaky. So again, what I said in the first or in the beginning of the video, I really think the Forest Troll and Beatrix combo is something that works for everyone, regardless your level. So there's no need to make things too complicated when you can just spam your way to the victory. However, sometimes you are going to come up against some struggles like the submerge. It's really annoying to fight against submerged troops with Beatrix, so that's when there are some other ideas. You can use a class that has banishment, or you can use Shahbanu, or you can just eat them or curse them and eat them. Also, one thing I really have to mention, I just saw that heroism scroll. There are a couple notorious troops in these floors. Spirit Fox and Astral Spirit. Those start empowered and you really can't do much about them. They also deal true damage to one of your troops. If your global stats are low, those troops are just plain gonna kill you if and when they get their cast in. I have an well, unfortunately there is no Spirit Fox over here, but let's try that over here, what we can do. Let me just show you quickly. Just a second. There. Neither of those troops are immune to mana drain. So instead of letting them cast right at the start of the battle, we can use empowered ourselves. Moonsinger and Malkandesa both start with full mana if their last trait is unlocked. They generate green gems for Beatrix, and once you cast your troops, Spirit Walker's third trait drains 2 mana from a random enemy when an ally casts a spell. So what the idea over here is that of course you can't guarantee that if I just cast this Moonsinger that it targets that Spirit Fox over there, but when you used 2 empowered troops that converts your green gems, hopefully you get your Beatrix up and you can try to loop and drain their mana that way. It's a solution, it's not very good one though. So my suggestion would be that always keep at least 1 fireball and 1 heroism scroll available when the nasty rooms appear. There's no need to fight against that Spirit Fox if it will kill you in one shot. You can just go and use your fireball scroll over there. Or if you have to fight Astral Spirit in the boss room, don't fight it, use heroism scroll over there instead. Of course, that is if they are going to one shot you. You can check their stats always by entering here into menu and check what their stats are. Right. That's all I have to say today. Have a great week, my friend. Has is out. Peace.